they're still powering up. They're still like, like someone was going, like right, and so he's just like, hey.
Hello everyone, my name is Kashi and welcome to Kwentuhang Creative Podcast. Sitting next to me is Kathleen, a multidisciplinary creative. Welcome
Hello.
to the show. That's your wide camera and that's your close-up.
Okay, that's my close-up.
Yeah, I don't have one. Well, first question is, Jerome actually asked me this, but where did you guys came from? I was wondering how far did you guys have to travel?
From like where I'm from here.
Yeah.
I'm from like Clyde North, so it's about an hour and 10. Was it an hour and 10?
An hour and 20.
Hour and 20, yeah. It was far, but it was a good drive. We were just singing in the car, just jamming.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I've been driving, I don't know why, but when I have gigs, it's usually at least an hour away.
Yeah, it's far.
Yeah. So yeah, I just always listen to music, listen to Paramore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what Paranormal songs do you like? Favorite one? I mean, I like all of them. It's hard to pick just one.
I like the one that goes ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That one.
What's that?
I know
The brick one? She lives
Brick
in
by
a
Brick.
fairy tale.
That one?
Yeah.
Brick by
Brick,
Brick
yeah, that
Boring.
one. Yeah.
I know that one.
It's a confusing title. I was like, which word comes first?
I just know there's brick, and that's all I know.
There's Boring, Brick by Boring Brick.
Yeah.
Something.
That's it.
Yeah. I'd say Miser Business, Decode.
Decode. Twilight fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
Someone
Team
gave
Jacob
me
all the way.
of the 3-4 books
Yeah.
as a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I wasn't even into them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, someone gave it to me. Might
as
as
well
well read it.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I couldn't stop reading.
That was like me with Harry Potter.
Yeah. I mean, it's as a teenager,
Yeah.
it was a very...
It was spicy.
Guilty pleasure.
It is. It's definitely my guilty pleasure.
Yeah. What do you think of the new albums?
I have not listened to them, to be
Ah.
honest. I should probably do that.
You should. I
What
mean,
about-
it's not...
Is it good? Is it like...
It's good,
Yeah.
but it's definitely different from
The older stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it more poppy?
No. Yeah. No.
Like, nah.
No. Like, it's still... I'd say it's closer, though, compared to the pop rock albums that they've released before. Yeah.
Huh. Definitely put that on the list. I need to listen to the new Paranormal albums.
Yeah, I mean, it's what Did you went to the concert at all? Or
Nah, I wish. I wish I went to the concert. We couldn't afford.
Oh.
Adult life.
Remember when we went to Soundwave and they were there?
Oh yeah, they were. I've seen them perform, but not the concert that they just had. Like, was it last year? Or
Yeah, last
last
year.
year.
November.
Was it December?
November.
November? Yeah.
Yeah. When was that?
When I saw them,
Yeah.
it was 2018. It was
Oh.
like this festival, right? And it's all got your favorite rock bands. They were all there. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she was there. She was stunning.
Yeah.
2018?
2018.
Was it? Really?
Oh, was it 2018? Nah, it was 2018.
Oh, maybe.
It was pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID.
Definitely pre-COVID.
Yeah. I went with my parents.
Oh, really?
Well, because I was... Okay, so before Paramore announced their concert, there was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get... Oh my god. Quiet on set.
Airplane mode.
I was trying to get a ticket for me and my mom.
Yeah.
Because I wanted Taylor Swift to be like her first concert experience.
Okay, yeah.
But I couldn't
It
get
would have
it.
been a good one
Yeah.
because it was 3 hours long.
Yeah, it would have been an amazing experience, but I couldn't get any ticket.
Yeah, it was hard. People were like lining up.
Yeah,
Like,
I tried pre-sale, general sale, even like they released some tickets just before the actual concert. I still couldn't get any.
yeah.
So and then right after the general sale, Paramore announced the concert, and I was just gonna go by myself or with my boyfriend. I was like, "Do you wanna go here instead? And she was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because she's heard me play paranormal songs
Yeah.
since I was a teenager, so she would know the songs,
Yeah.
most of them. So yeah.
Did she have fun though?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said she felt like she was 17 again. It was the exact quote that she said. So yeah.
Oh, at least she felt good.
Yeah, and they both got Paramore t-shirts as well. So,
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Yeah, we all had one. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We said it with the last episode that we filmed that this podcast have no structure.
Yeah.
So we just talk about whatever comes to
Yeah.
my mind.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
the best way to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said earlier that you're a multidisciplinary creative. Can you can you give me a list of what you do or what you're into?
At the moment, I'm kind of trying to figure that out, to be honest. When I first started doing any social media stuff, I was reviewing Transformers, because I collect Transformers. I would review the little Transformers on YouTube and like talk about like if it's bad or if it's good. I was pretty honest with what I said about it. Like if it's a crappy figure, I will definitely say it's a crappy figure. But then I found like that how do I say this without insulting everyone? It just got a bit too toxic for me. Like everyone, because being at the time, like being a female collector, it was not a thing. And the fact that I had a lot more Transformers than some of the guys that collected it, it was just like, oh, you're just doing this for like, you know, clout, or doing this for this. And it kind of put me off from that group. And so I started doing like action figures because, well, they look sick. Like action figures are like the best. And then I kind of went off YouTube because it got real toxic. Like when I mean toxic, there's lots of people that like make bad comments, and it really, I wasn't used to that. Like it really hurt me, and I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore, so I stopped it completely.
I remember what year was that?
Oh, how long ago was it?
Maybe 2012 to 2014, 15.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and that kind of just put me off. Like, people can be harsh, but I wish that I taught myself what I know now, because I would have continued it. And I have such a thicker skin now, like, because I used to work in hospitality and you deal with, like, Karens every day. So, after that, I ended up doing, like, Instagram, and I started taking photos, and I enjoyed photography. That was like my passion. Like I liked getting creative in that aspect. And then I just grew from there, if that makes sense. Like from my photography, like brands started noticing my photography, and like I've worked with brands like Bethesda, Logitech, and they just want me to take photos, and I'm like, I will do it. Like at that point I was like, I don't even need to get paid. It's just an honor to like work with you guys.
I mean, how nice is it to be able to get paid for you doing something that you love?
Something you love, and it's like a passion. So, and then I started, like, I've always played games since I was like 6. I have like a photo of me playing my SNES, and I decided to do Twitch. And that was a different journey. So I've experienced all these things in my life, and like they were all different, but Twitch was like really different, because I had to, it wasn't just like talking to a camera like this. Like it wasn't like YouTube. I felt awkward on YouTube for some reason. Like I didn't feel as natural for me, because there's just like a camera there. Like I'm not talking to anyone. I'm talking by myself, and there's a camera in front of me. But on Twitch, there's an audience watching you. So that was completely different, and I had to like interact with them. But sometimes it was very difficult for me to do that, because like I'd be focused on my game, and I'm like, can you just like stop talking for a sec? Like I need to play. And that was fun. I actually really, really enjoyed Twitch. But then like complications happened. I had to start my channel again, and like demotivated me, and I got busy with work, and like life just got in the way. But I think right now I'm kind of wanting to go back to Twitch because I miss it. Like, I miss it a lot. It was fun, like, especially like if you're playing like multiplayer games. And you can get your like the people that watch you to join in. Like, if we're playing Mario Kart, they can join in. Like, that was really good. I like doing that a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much my social media journey. There's not really, I don't really have a goal yet. I'm still trying to figure that out because I want to know what I like. But definitely photography is involved. Yeah.
You know, what you said earlier about, you know, receiving comments that are not very nice. We actually just experienced a little bit of that very recently.
Oh,
right,
really?
Jerome?
Yeah.
For one of the latest episode that we released.
What did they say?
Well, basically, it was on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because we released a snippet of our guest talking about their experience, because she grew up here. And she was sort of, you know, on a journey of learning about the Philippines more and learning the language and the culture and everything.
Like, she's Filipino?
Yeah. Like, both of her parents are Filipino. She was just born here. And I asked her, I got curious about the gatekeeping thing that I know has been happening. But
It's definitely happening.
from my perspective, I know it's happening because I've seen it from somewhere, but I haven't
experienced
it myself.
Yeah.
And if I experienced it, I would feel like it would baffle me because I was like, I grew up in the Philippines. So what are you talking about? I'm Filipino.
Yeah.
But I guess it's different from her perspective because she grew up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we released that, I think, just on the 2-minute TikTok video. And it wasn't my first TikTok video that reached 12K views.
Oh, nice.
Like, it was like the highest record right now. And it's because I guess it struck a nerve on some people.
Yeah.
There was this one particular comment.
Did hurt that the person that was commenting, her comments didn't even make sense. Like, it wasn't even related.
Oh. But what were they commenting on?
Well, that person left 4 comments.
Yeah.
Should I read it?
Yeah, read it. I want to know this. Pour the tea. Oh, I
Do you
like
want to
your phone
watch
case
it?
too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch it?
Yeah, might as well.
I'll keep the thing close to the microphone so people...
When I was 15 and I went to the Philippines, it was the first time I felt loved. So here, I felt I was ugly. There was an ugliness because I was used to racism. Well, I guess my experience of racism was about my physical appearance. It wasn't until I went to the Philippines where, like, people were like, oh my God, you're so tall. There were aspects of my physical self that was celebrated. And I'd never felt that. I wish I had it because it would have given me confidence. I didn't have the gatekeeping thing until recently, until now, when, because there's so much Filipinos of the diaspora, there's so much more loudness around it because of social media.
Filipino pride.
Yeah, and it isn't until I'm on social media and I see Filipinos in the homeland going, the diaspora aren't Filipino, or like saying they're not Filipino. I think I see it more with Americans, not really Australians.
Yeah.
That I'm seeing discourse around what it means to be Filipino. I think I've just accepted I'm Filipino Australian, and that's unique to me. I'm not going to police what that means to anyone else. I think there's also this nuance of class that I've become aware of too. Yeah. Because my family is fine with me and my family's friends when I go over there. But I've just now started to meet, and I hate saying this, because I'm not classist, but I am aware of the privilege I hold. Where I've experienced gatekeeping and being told you're not Filipino are from people who perhaps have been oppressed by the privileged class. And so there's this, I don't want to talk to you because you think this of me, which is not, it's just this societal thing in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I
And that hurts because I'm like, I grew up here. I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that system. When I was 15...
Man, I relate to that so much.
So that's the video, you know, she's just talking about her personal experience.
Well, personally, no one can say anything because it's her experience and not anyone else's.
And then... Hang on. Oh, my God.
Oh, there's a new one.
No, it's just been filtered by TikTok because I got the anti-bullying filter on. So this is one of the comments just saying, I hope you guys stop using Filipinos branding. And then from the same person, they were like, yep, you're not Filipino, but you're still welcome to the Philippines. Don't pretend to be one, especially in your country. And then the third comment that the same person left, even the Miss Universe, we all know they are not Filipino, not even a little bit.
Are these people commenting Filipinos themselves?
I'm guessing. I would assume so. I mean, and then the last one is like, nope, I'm not oppressed by the higher class. I am part of the higher class. I've been around the world. Yes, you guys are not Filipinos. Even my relatives, diaspora, they are not.
That's just sad. This guy's sad.
I know.
He's got no life. Or he, she, I don't know, whatever they wanna...
But I'm on the bright side, we have got some positive comments as well.
There's positive ones,
they're like,
which is
well
good.
said, and they're
Yeah,
like,
but it's always like, even though there was, like with my YouTube, there was heaps of like good comments, and then that one comment
ruins your
will just
day.
ruin your day. And it's like something dumb, like it's not even like, it doesn't give you anything, it just annoys you, pisses you off.
like, just why?
It's like, what's the point of like putting me down?
Yeah.
You
But-
just need to have like tough skin. I think Bretman Rock is an
Oh,
example.
Bretman Rock is like, he does not care.
It's like, oh, yeah, you're just getting me more views.
Yeah.
Algorithm,
Yeah.
It's like that.
I
But-
kind of tried that, because I did reply to maybe 2 of that person's comments, but I was like very civil about it.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to, because for me, what I'm trying to do is share stories, different stories, because hopefully, you know, we can get to understand each other, less arguing, I guess, hopefully, when we understand each other, but
Some people are just narrow-minded.
obviously it didn't work with that person.
Yeah.
Oh, can I share a story?
Yeah.
So, my mom, my brother, and I just went to Philippines in December for a holiday, right? My youngest brother, he hadn't been back since maybe 2008 or 12. Yeah, around that time. And growing up in New Zealand, moving to Australia and such, I think a lot of Filipinos overseas don't realize, and I don't know if you guys feel the same experience growing up in another country, is you don't fully belong, right? Like, yeah, you can blend in. A lot of Filipinos mix and mingle well and emulate the culture.
You can even speak the language.
Speak the language and everything else, but you know you don't really belong. Like, your heart is somewhere else. And then when you go to Philippines, it's like, yeah, seeing your family is great. You feel belonging there as well. But then it's kind of like, well, you didn't go through the same experience. There is a bit of kind of like identity crisis.
Yeah.
I think a lot of my friends are experiencing that too. But my youngest brother, we landed in Clark Airport to Philippines, and just driving through in the van and then going through the Clark Airfield and going through like Pampang. But he was like, yeah, Pampanga. And he was like, wow, man, I can't believe I'm in Philippines. It's like, I just feel like this is where I belong, right? And it's just that deep-rooted kind of...
It's too deep in the roots, you know?
Yeah.
I feel the same. I actually feel the same. I like when I said to you, like, I related to her because, like, I'm white. Like, I don't even look Filipino. So, like,
My mom didn't think you were.
Yeah, like, I don't even look it. So, like, but there's been comments like, oh, you know, you're not Filipino. I was like, but I was born there. I'm like, yeah, but you're not Filipino. Like, your dad's Australian. I was just like, do you eat balut? And then they were like, no, it's fucking gross. I was like, well, I eat balut. That means I'm more Filipino than you. Like, so I feel like I would call myself a Filipino because I was born there. I was born in the Philippines. Even though I don't look it, it's not my problem that I look like this. Like, but yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, it makes me sad that there's Filipinos tearing down other Filipinos. Aren't we meant to be together, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're meant to support each other. And I feel like that's the only bad thing about those types of Filipinos, the toxic ones. I'm proud. I am proud to be Filipino. Like, my cousins know, like, how proud I am. My family in the Philippines. People like my mom's friends, like can she speak Tagalog? And then my mom's like, yeah, she can speak Tagalog. It's like, you can't, di mo mabebenta, like, you know. And I was like, yeah, that's right, can't sell me. Like, I know what you're saying, like, but it just makes me sad. Like, breaks my heart that there's people like that instead of lifting each other up and supporting each other. Like, Philippines is a small country. Like, we're meant to just, like, if they can support Manny Pacquiao, go, yeah, Manny Pacquiao, why can't you do that for any other Filipino?
Yeah.
So it breaks my heart. Like, both her parents are Filipinos. She's essentially, like, even though she didn't grow up in the Philippines, she's grown up in a home with Filipinos
and
and
she's
living
making
there.
an effort
Yeah.
to get to know.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like there's no need to bash someone like that if they're trying to make an effort.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, yeah. So
You know what?
I hope that didn't like.
there is one comment that I really like
Yeah.
that would sort of answer what you said about, like, if they can support Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
can't they support us?
Yeah.
Is that it's gone? Where is it? Oh.
It's always the case when you're looking for that comment, you can't find it.
But basically, what that person was saying is that you're not Filipino until you've done something amazing, and then they're
Yeah,
you.
it's always the case.
You know,
It is.
that was the gist.
It's
of it.
actually the reason why I didn't want anyone knowing about.
the
Okay. Oh wait, no. But yeah, but if I feel like if you tell people, they're not supportive. But then if you get massive, they're like, "Oh, we're best friends. Oh, I know her." Like,
Oh.
I can't handle that. I'll be straight up. I'm like, we're not friends.
Yeah.
I'll be pretty black and white about it too.
I cannot fake being friends with someone.
I
that
can't
just-
either. I can't. It's not in my blood.
yeah, I'm not that friendly.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So let's change to something a bit lighter.
To ease the tension,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
blood boiling from this subject.
Introduce him. He's in the
Oh yeah, you're in the podcast. Would you like to introduce him?
This is behind the camera. There's a guy sitting on a stool. His name's Dennis. He's my partner. And yeah. Do you want to say hello?
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, we say partner because like we're grown ups. I don't want to say, oh yeah, she's my girlfriend.
We've been together for almost 15 years.
Wow.
So like we're not married,
Sana all.
but we're not like boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. Like,
Like we've been engaged for what, like 6 years maybe now.
yeah, we're
6
practically
or 7
married.
years. And it's like it just feels weird. Oh yeah, this is my fiance. Oh, when are you getting married? Oh, yeah, well, we've been engaged for like 6-7 years, so I don't know. And I'm not gonna be like a 40-year-old man saying, "Oh, this is my girlfriend." It's nah, it's just partner. It's just a grown-up thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one time. Actually, I was at a job interview, and
Oh no. Oh no.
and in the interview, they're like, "Oh yeah, you know, where do you live? Blah blah blah." Oh, okay. And oh, what have you done? And I'm like, "Oh yeah, me and my partner did this. My partner and I did that." And then the interviewer was just like, "Oh, okay. By partner, you mean?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, man, my girlfriend." Oh, okay. Not
Yeah.
that it mattered to the
Yeah.
job,
Yeah.
right? But
It was
yeah.
just funny.
Well, did it
Yeah.
remind you of something, Jerome?
No, it's just
He was so focused.
Yeah.
He was like,
It's just funny because everyone at my workplace, they all say partner.
yeah.
Mm.
So it's not in my workplace. It's not a new thing for some reason. It's just partner is just a regular thing now. Maybe since like 2020, it's
Yeah.
just things have changed.
I feel like it's more of like a mature audience.
Yeah.
Mind you,
Yeah.
when it did happen, it was like 2010. Oh, no, 2010. It was about 2017, I think, when that happened. So I think maybe partner just meant like one way.
Yeah.
It was also weird because I was working at another job. I was working with this other dude, and he's like, "Oh, what'd you get up to?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you know, I went over to Bondi with my girlfriend." I was like, "Bro, you're like 60 years old." That just sounds odd, you know. That's why Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. And I like the word partner.
Yeah, partner just sounds nicer.
More serious.
Yeah.
But I noticed personally the older generation they say girlfriend or boyfriend, they don't say partner.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a relatively new word or term.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Girlfriend doesn't sound serious.
Sounds like high school.
Yeah, it sounds like high school. It's like I just got a boyfriend.
I do say that word though, because
Yeah.
like, what word do I use?
I feel like when you first start going out, you can do that.
Yeah.
But when it's been like a long term, like 15 years, it's kind of like a bit cringe to call him my boyfriend, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer partner. I say partner. It's natural.
Yeah.
Just to avoid fiance and when are you getting married? And it's like, maybe.
Yeah, I don't like that word.
Do you experience it in like when you go to family gatherings? Do you still have those questions?
Nah, because we've been together for too long. It's been too long. They don't ask anything.
Yeah.
They just know. It's like, oh, is Dennis coming? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
They just call him Dennis, not your partner. Like,
Yeah.
everyone knows him. But yeah.
Yeah, cool. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm inadvertently here because I can't keep my mouth shut. If it's any consolation, I'm Filipino too.
Yeah. Gotta keep it in the blood.
Okay, so I said we had a lot in common when I went through your Instagram.
Yeah. Just full stalked my feed.
Yeah, I did. I had to get to know you. I can't just let a random stranger in my house. Alright, what do we start? Okay, so Twitch.
Yeah.
What kind of games do you usually play?
It's a mix. I'm a mix of everything. I prefer like games like The Last of Us. Those are like really good to me. That's like one of my favorite games. I have lots of favorites, but more just like story-based games. I like a good story. Every now and then I'll do like the whole like FPS. Like at the moment we're playing Helldivers and it's the only thing that we're playing. But yeah, it's definitely a mix. I play a whole mix of games. If it's good or if it's bad, I won't play it again.
Yeah.
But if it's good, I'll definitely continue that, you know?
Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter.
Legend
Yes.
of Zelda. I'll just
Like 400 hours on Monster Hunter. Like we had no life. This was like during COVID. Like it sucked. Yeah, like everyone was in lockdown. You couldn't do anything. I loved it.
Yeah.
All I did was play games during that time.
Oh yeah.
Now, like it's back to like reality, and you can only play games at night, like after work. Even sometimes you can't play after work. But during COVID time, that was like, I was happy because I was in my place, in my house, playing games.
Yeah.
I actually like reduced my backlog of games during that time. It was great. Yeah. Do you like games do you normally play?
I used to play. I say used to because I did this stupid thing where I upgraded my computer, my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
I have a gaming laptop and then I upgraded to a MacBook Pro.
Oh no!
Because I was like, no, stop making that.
But you're an editor, so MacBook makes sense.
Yeah,
But your gaming aspect of it just went downhill.
Because I was like, I wasn't really playing much game at the time.
at
So I was
the
like, maybe
time.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so before that, I was playing, to answer your question, before that, I was playing with my friends. I don't play alone.
Yeah.
Phasmophobia, Dead by Daylight.
Phasmophobia.
Mostly horror games.
Horror games.
Have
Have you played Little Nightmares?
No, but
You need to. Part 3 is coming out. You need to play it.
Play with
do you have a
other
Switch?
people, right?
No, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
still
why
so good.
I did saw a lot of videos on, I think, Facebook.
Yeah.
Like someone's gameplay. And I was very tempted of playing it, but because I had to play it alone. I didn't want to play alone.
No, but it's so good. Like, I cannot... It's so cute, but it's, like, scary at the same time.
I remember
It
watching
gives you that
it.
suspense.
Watching, I was like, oh my god, go!
That's speed!
Run, dude, run! Why are you so slow? It's like
If you're
running
like that...
two little legs like this.
If you're like that watching other people play, Were you like that when you were playing Phasmophobia with your friends?
Oh, I
Like, does
just,
your heart, like...
oh my god.
I start, like, panicking.
My strategy is to be very good at it, so
Yeah.
I don't die. Because what scares me is when you actually die and there's like this...
The face? Oh my
I hate
gosh.
that.
And, like, that little...
So I try my best to stay alive. Because I'm such a coward. And then I remember there were times when there's like just one more evidence left.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, okay, it's your turn, just go inside.
When you went by yourself? I cannot do that.
I don't want to do it. You do it.
Oh,
I'll just watch the cameras.
I played with a few friends and I just... I don't know, like when your heart starts beating or like your
Yeah.
flashlight starts
Yeah,
like
oh my
flickering. I'm
God.
like, I don't know what to do. I'm panicking too much.
Yeah. The first thing I do is find where you can hide.
Yeah.
Find those places because they're important.
Bathroom, turn the light
It'll
off.
save
you're
your
set.
life. And I always use my favorite equipment is the EMF. EMF.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was yours?
I don't know. I don't really...
You just pick whatever.
I just pick whatever. Yeah. I wasn't like you. Like,
We all-
this was very, like, casual. Like,
Oh, okay,
I've played
okay,
it,
yeah.
like, a few times. But you seem to be, like, strategy guys.
Yeah.
Get this, get the camera,
Oh yeah,
get
we
the
have
sage.
a strategy. Yeah, I even like when we would play games that like you really need to memorize the maps. I would mentally memorize it
I hated the school.
just so I know where to run.
Yeah. The school.
Oh yeah,
it was too
big. But I used to hate it,
Yeah.
but now I don't mind it because I have memorized the
Yeah.
map. Same with was it the mental hospital or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, the asylum.
The asylum.
Yeah, I used to hate it because it's much bigger than the high school.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, no.
I like it
actually.
small.
I haven't
like-
played it in a while though, because they've made a lot of changes, like
Oh,
new
really?
stuff. And generally just don't have much time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I like horror games. I tend to I'm drawn to the single player ones because I play by myself. I'm the horror fan amongst the two of us. He will I'll be like, babe, just play Phasmophobia. I was like, no. Like he might look like he's all tough, but he's chicken. He is a scaredy cat. So when I play those games, it's only when my friends play. So
Yeah.
I couldn't ever build a strategy because well, it was only ever so often that we would play. I have my friend Harley, and Jasmine and Candice. They played Dead by Daylight religiously. He even called himself the Hatch King because he
Oh my
found the
God.
hatch all the
I
time.
cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot. I always.
He always finds it. I don't know. He just
How?
finds it. I don't know. That's
And
why
then-
he's the Hatch King.
And then my friends would be like, just find the hatch, just walk around. I was crawling really slow, and then the killer's just right behind me.
Yeah.
I can't find
Yeah.
it.
And your heart's just beating so fast. Apparently there's Chucky now.
What?
There's
Oh my
Chucky.
God.
One of the characters is Chucky, and he is in third person because he's so little. So you just see his view if you were going to play him, but he's tiny. I don't know how it works.
I don't think I'm gonna like that. I had a nightmare as a kid that Chucky's
Chucky.
chasing me. So I wouldn't like that.
But that's the thing, in Philippines, I remember when I was 5, my aunties and older cousins, they would just play Child's Play on TV, and I'd be there just watching as a 4-year-old going, I'm scared of dolls now.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
there's a Filipino version of it. The
What?
Chaka doll.
The Chana.
No, they
Uh-uh.
call it Chaka doll. I remember there's a Chaka doll.
Ah.
Chaka is an ugly.
Nah. But
That's what
is
it
it
means,
is it
right?
the same? But in
I think
Filipino,
so.
dub or something?
Or maybe it's just me trying to create a.
No, but the funny you say that, Wallace and Gromit? The movie, Wallace and with the sheep. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when me and my cousins were kids, we didn't know the name of it, so we just made up a name, and we called it Puppet Aso. Because there was this dog that was
Yeah.
maneuvering
It's
like
literally
a puppet,
dog.
a puppet dog. And so when I came to Australia and I was telling my friends in primary school, I was like, oh yeah, there's this movie called Puppet Aso. And I thought that was what it was called. But it turns out it's not, so I just made a fool of myself talking to Australians in
Yeah.
Tagalog.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's kind of similar to that. Maybe that's kind of within your
Maybe.
family.
maybe, I don't know. I just have this very faint memory of a character named Chaka Doll.
Chaka Doll.
That looks like Chucky.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's just me trying to create a different persona for Chucky. Trying to tone it down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll
Yeah,
do
let's
a
Google
quick
it.
Google.
Google.
if it's just me or what.
I've never heard of it before.
I don't think I've heard of Chaka Doll.
But when you go to Philippines, people are saying, "Oh, you look Chaka." I'm like, okay.
Oh, sad.
There it is.
Like, you look ugly.
That's
her.
It's literally Chaka. Literally.
Does it look like him at all?
It's a doll.
Oh.
It's an ugly doll.
I thought it was Chucky, but they called it something else, maybe.
Chaka.
But it's actually
Yeah.
a Filipino. Oh, that is pretty creepy.
Yeah. See, oh my
It's more
God.
creepier than Chucky.
I wasn't imagining it.
It existed.
So yeah, do you watch, movies that they made from games? Because you remember you mentioned you watch, you played Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Did you watch the
Yes,
movie?
of course.
What do you think?
Needed more monsters.
Yeah.
Like, there was, out of the whole thing, you saw 2.
Mm.
I'm like, that's not what Monster Hunter is about. You hunt monsters because there's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And all you saw was, like, Rathalos and, what was the other one? Diablos. So that's 2. You need more. That's all I'm going to say. Like, the story, it's just another story. But, I don't know. I liked the, is it Netflix? The Netflix Monster Hunter, the animated one?
Yeah.
Way better, because it had more monsters, and it was the story of the captain's son, was it? Was it the captain's son?
It's just your mate from the 5th Fleet.
Oh no, when you first arrive, and he's like, hey! That's like, it's based off his story. But that felt like more like Monster Hunter. I didn't really like the whole like teleporting thing into the desert.
Yeah.
And like that part was weird for me in the movie. That I didn't like that at all. They should have done it better, but it's like all the other games like Resident Evil, they're not like people just want accuracy.
Yeah.
Just give us
How
what we
hard
want.
is it?
It's not hard. Like
The job's already done for you.
it is. The story's already there. The game's done it. All
Yeah.
you have to do is act it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know where they're going with like the whole film thing. Even Uncharted. For me, not Uncharted. Yeah, Uncharted with Tom Holland. People really didn't like that. I'm kind of like, I mean, the story's there. It's like Tomb Raider. Like, it's entertaining. It doesn't really take a lot for me to be entertained from a movie. If there's the action and the story is decent, I'll be like, I'm satisfied. But if you look at it from like accuracy point of it, it's not accurate, you know? What else? What other gaming ones?
Assassin's Creed was...
That was crap. That was absolute trash.
Let's talk about the good ones, like Last of Us was well done.
Oh, yeah, that was
the
good.
HBO series, I cried.
Aw.
Because I have a connection to the game. I've played like the first one maybe like 5 times, 6 times. And then the second one maybe 4? 3? Yeah, like the connections that you have, like when you play the game and then you watch the series, it's a different, like if you watch it, you might have a different effect. Because have you played The Last of Us?
No, but I've seen the gameplay.
Yeah, so, but when you play it, you're so invested into these characters, and then when you watch a good series about it, it's amazing. Like, I've watched the series at least like 5 times too, and I cry every time. Like, it's so beautiful. They did so well. I'm probably gonna get bashed for this, but I'm not a fan of like Bella Ramsey as Ellie because, like, looks wise, she doesn't look like Ellie to me.
Yeah.
But she absolutely killed the acting.
Yeah.
Like, it matched the game. But yeah, what else?
Who they're casting as Abby for season 2.
They've already announced it.
Yeah.
She looks more like Ellie.
Well, she originally applied for Ellie's role, but she didn't get it. So now she's Abby. But she looks like Abby.
Yeah.
I mean, Ellie, not Abby.
I kind of find it cool though that they used Ellie's voice actress as
The mum.
the mum.
Spoiler
And they-
if you haven't seen it.
like, come on, it's been a long time. It's not our fault anymore. But I feel like the voice actress and Bella Ramsey kind of look similar, so I feel like
A little
it
bit,
worked.
yeah. But her acting as Ellie is like spot on.
Yeah.
110%. I would like award her for that.
Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal, like I know Joel in the game is not like Latino, but it works.
Yeah.
Like it still works. Like I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that in the game there's a character called Bill and you just like pass through his town, like you see him, you talk to him,
Oh,
he
yeah.
gives you some supplies. But in the series, like they created a story for him,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, this is actually really nice to know, because
Yeah.
in the game you see like a particular scene where you see like Bill's partner, but you don't really know what's going on. Like you just assume, you just kind of create stories in your head. So when the series came out and they had Bill's story and his whole life, like that was so beautiful to me, because at least he's got a story now.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just making you think about it.
Bill's story in the series was a lot better than what they portrayed in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, there's not really much of a story in the game.
Well, you know what happened with his partner and everything.
Oh yeah.
It was a much better story.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I love it when they do that. Like when they add some new stories or like different perspective of something into a new adaptation.
But it still works. It's not completely like, yeah.
But I hate it when they do that and then they ruin the rest of the original
Yeah,
story. Like,
yeah.
how can you add this wonderful thing and then you ruin the
ruin
rest?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What do you think of The Witcher? Have you played it?
The Witcher
before?
series, I played Witcher 3,
Mm-hmm.
but the Witcher series is pretty good with Henry Cavill. Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about? Yeah. What season are we? We're not up to date, I think.
Ever since they said like Henry Cavill was departing the show,
Yeah, we
right?
kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Like we weren't.
I mean, they
interest-
haven't released a new
Yeah,
season.
but we haven't even watched the recent one because
Third one, I think, right?
the third season. Yeah, because we heard that Henry Cavill wasn't going to be in it anymore. Like, what's the point in continuing?
Yeah.
The sexy man is gone.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played the game. I've only
Yeah.
seen the character from
Yeah.
the game. And I think he's perfect. He's just amazing.
Yeah.
He's,
Well, he's a nerd himself. Henry
Yeah.
Cavill is a massive nerd.
yeah,
like,
and he obviously loves the
Yeah.
original source material.
and he'll act the way it is, like the way the character is.
Yeah.
Now it's Liam Hemsworth, and I'm not sure about it. Like, you know,
I don't know. I wonder if it's actually going
it?
to happen.
oh, I don't know.
A lot
I
of
doubt
people are
it.
not happy about it.
No one's happy. Everyone wants Henry Cavill back.
Yeah, like no offense to Liam.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's ugly.
Yeah.
He's just not like
It's
he's
just
not.
that Henry is
Yeah,
perfect for it.
yeah.
Keshi, what did you think about the because you're a anime fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think about the One Piece one? One Piece Netflix adaptation.
Well, the thing is, when I watched the live action, I haven't seen the anime.
Right.
And that live action actually triggered me to watching the anime.
That's similar to us.
Yeah.
But we were watching the anime before it, but it was very hard to like get into. Like the first season was like, man, this is so slow. Like
I
the
stopped watching
animation.
at first episode.
Yeah.
It was like, it felt like Luffy was too childish for me when
Yeah.
I tried watching first episode, so I just dropped
Yeah.
it. And then I saw the live action, and I kind of like it. I was like, it's not too bad actually, because I feel like they showed more backstories to some parts. They definitely condensed it though.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Like the first season for One Piece is like the first 7 seasons in
Yeah.
the animation.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more seasons, hopefully.
Yeah, I think they're like signed up for 7. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
7. Pretty sure 6 or 7. It's already like done.
Oh yeah.
Because the first season like went so well. But I loved it. Like, I know there's always people that's gonna hate. Like,
yeah.
there's always, but I loved it, and then we've actually started watching more of like the anime, and it just gets better and better.
Yeah.
It gets so good. It makes you want to like believe in your dreams. It's like motivation, you
The
know?
power of Nakama.
Yeah.
I think it was so difficult to get into at the start because the first season, you have to remember, it's like from the 90s.
Yeah.
Right? So then the animation has to kind of catch up to modern standards.
Yeah.
It's like early Dragon Ball,
Yeah, it's
you know?
like early Dragon Ball. Yeah.
They're like powering up for like 3 episodes.
And if you're watching in the Philippines, you have to wait for the next day.
Yeah, the next day. I actually, like, it's funny you say that, because yesterday I went to my cousin's house, or my parents' house, because my 3 cousins from the Philippines have come here. And so, like, I get to see them all the time. And we were talking about this, no joke, we were talking about this last night. And we were talking about how we used to sit, like, on the ground watching TV, and like it's dubbed in Filipino. It's not English or Japanese. It's Filipino, and we were just talking about that. Like you have to wait the next day to see the next episode, and then when you wait for that episode, they're still powering up. They're still like, they're still going, and it's just like, come on,
Just do it
just
already.
do it already. Especially like that battle between like the androids and Gohan.
Yeah.
When he's just like, he's powering up for ages, he's just screaming.
Yeah.
But it made it good.
Yeah, I mean,
No, R.I.P.
you look
Akira.
forward to it. You're like, okay, is it coming? Is it coming? Is he finally fighting?
Yeah.
No? Okay,
Nah,
maybe...
next episode.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 more episodes.
But yeah, even those earlier Dragon Ball, like, animation-wise, like, if I try to watch that now, it's like, oh, like, it's weird. It's weird, like, watching something that's, like, that old, because you've already got something better now.
Yeah.
And that's also with me with games as well. Like, even though I played games when I was younger and there was, like, lots of nostalgia, you know, I love those games, I don't think I could play them now, because there's games that are better. Like, they look better, and yeah, like, I just can't watch older ones. So I get that's kind of why you don't want to watch, like, the earlier One Piece, because it does look pretty, like, crappy in terms of animation.
Yeah.
But it gets good, so you need to get onto that. It gets real good.
I'm at Punk Hazard arc now.
Yeah.
So, but I stopped there because, I don't know. Maybe I'm just...
It's a real slow start.
Yeah. And it felt like, because as soon as I started watching One Piece, I just kept watching it every day.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I need a break. But maybe I should...
What do you think
go
of the
back.
Avatar? Have you watched Avatar?
Yeah. It's 8 episodes.
I've only done 2 at the moment. We're not up to date, but...
I mean, I like that they improved
From the movie.
Zuko, definitely. Yeah, that's for sure. Number 1 comment.
Yeah.
But I like how they improved Zuko and Uncle Iroh's, side of stories more.
There was actually, you can see their relationship there.
I don't like that Aang didn't learn water bending in book 1.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Book. It's that book is for water.
Yeah.
Why didn't you learn water bending?
Yeah.
Where's the water bending?
Yeah.
I kind of find it with there was some episode where they would mix maybe 3-4 episodes into one, which is kind of interesting, but I'm not sure if it 100% works.
Like, I was talking about this to our friends, and he said it's because it works for, like, animated. Like, that whole, like, over-the-top, like, it works for, like, cartoon style.
Yeah.
But when it changes to live action, it needs to get a little bit more serious, but keep the story.
Yeah.
Like, you can still have that relation with, like, all these relations with the different characters, but don't, like, change the story. And that's where the movie, like, really messed up.
Yeah.
Like, Aang was not even happy. He was sad, like, all the time. He was, like,
Emo
the most
Aang.
serious,
Emo
like,
Ong.
yeah.
My name is Ong.
Yeah, Ong.
That maybe didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I think you can't. It's really hard to please people, because I think what did someone say? I can't remember who said it. One of our mates. They said, yeah, it seemed like Aang's acting was too forced because I guess they were trying to be animated.
more playful. I personally I liked him. I liked Aang. Well, if I'm comparing it to the movie, he is like 10 times better because in the movie, the first thing I said, I'm like, Aang's not even playful in this. He's too serious. It's like, what happened? Like,
What happened to you?
Yeah, what happened? And then when I watched the Netflix series, like he even like did the whole like airball thing, and he's like riding. I'm like, hey, like I got so excited because you saw aspects of the anime, in the obviously the Netflix series, but I liked the playfulness of Aang. That's why I liked him, like, you know, and they didn't have that in the movie.
Yeah.
And this Aang is Filipino too.
Yeah, he's
Filipino
Woo!
represent. He's Filipino, okay?
Yeah, Filipino.
What? He is.
Even if he's half, he's still Philo.
Yes. He belongs to the Philippines.
Yeah. Well, people are gonna celebrate it now because he's famous. Remember?
Oh my god! I wish I'm on a Netflix series or something.
Maybe one day.
Wait till my podcast is on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait till my short film as well is on Netflix.
I swear. They have there was one, what's it called? There's a Netflix anime, but it's Filipino.
Trece.
Trece,
I
damn.
love it.
I was so proud. I told my customer, there's a movie, Trece. It's so
I even
good.
promoted it in my Aswang page.
Oh, did you? It's so good. Like, tabi-tabi po. And then there's like the...
Yeah, I love every aspect of it. I really wish they'd make another season.
I hope they do. It's so good. Are they
Yeah.
not going to?
There's no news.
Oh,
So,
that'll be so sad.
yeah.
It's such a good... It's a different story as well. It's not like the typical... And I like how they put all the... Like, when you're a child, they tell you, like, don't pick that tree because the duende. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Don't touch that. Or, like, don't go near that tree because there's a capre. Like, all these little things that you hear as a kid. Like, all the mythical creatures.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
there.
all there,
Like...
yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
It all makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
they work like, the characters work in a way that it makes sense from, like, the stories that we hear from when
we were
kids.
kids.
That, you know, our parents would scare us with those stories.
Which monster scared you the most? Or mythical creature? For me, it was the Manananggal.
Probably. My parents don't really scare me.
Oh, my parents
those.
did.
But the reason why I know about those is because of, you know, TV.
Yeah.
It's, you know, every Halloween...
There's always something.
There's a Halloween special that would involve Tik and... Oh, my mom does have an Aswang story, actually. She just told me about it, like, not trying to scare me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does have an Aswang story.
Yeah.
Are you guys superstitious at all? Or believe in the supernatural?
Maybe a little bit, my mom. A little bit, but
Yeah.
me, not really, you know.
Oh, man.
Once you experience,
it's scary as.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's just some things that has happened to us in the Philippines that we just can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I have like supernatural
experiences.
well,
Okay. Like, there was one time, he was staying at his mum's house, and he was, like, sleeping. He was just, like, lying down. And then, someone was going, right there. Like,
I'm
right.
covering my
It wasn't,
ears
like,
right
far.
now.
It wasn't far away.
Oh
It
my
was,
God.
like, right there. And, like, when he looked there, it's just a wall. Like, that's the bed, and this is the wall. Like, that's a wall. And so he's just like, hey. Like, he just, like, cover there. But, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, in Philippines, it seems to be a lot more active there. Like,
I used to have a lot in the Philippines, growing up in the Philippines. As soon as I moved here, no nightmares.
yeah.
It's like there's something about
Ghost
it.
free.
It's like ghosts don't exist here.
But I don't know what it is. Like, I know there's, like, tragic deaths there. Like, but they just, like, I don't know, they creep me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And even, like, when I went to... It's same house. His house is haunted as. Like, I refuse. I tell him, I'm never going to this house again. Like, I walked into, like, the front door, and I'm just sitting, like... It's like a couch like the bamboo ones. Not, like, a soft couch. It was, like, a bamboo. And then I sat down, and there's, like, a room here. And then I, like, you know, peripherals, like, you can see someone, like, standing there, like, I didn't really look, but then when I looked, there was, like, this man, like, in a barong, and he just was looking at me, like, real angry, and I was like, oh, I walked out, and Dennis was like, what's wrong? I'm like, I ain't sitting by that door, like, there's something there. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, there's something there. Is someone in that room? And he goes and checks, he walks in, and, like, I'm, like, peeking, I'm, like, looking at him, and he goes, there's nothing here. And then when I told the story to his auntie, he goes, yeah, there's a man. Like, I didn't even tell her, describe the man. She described the man to me. She's like, yeah, there's a man that wears a barong and that he looks really angry. And I was like, that's the one I saw. It's so scary.
Yeah,
But
because that house in Philippines, like during the Marcos era, so in Dawu, like all of that was just bush and forest, and my uncles and aunties used to tell me like they just used to, you know, dump bodies there or execute people there at the time. So that's probably why.
yeah, there's just lots of things there.
Yeah. I have quite a lot of stories surrounding our house because
In Philippines, not here, right? I'm like, should I
not
be
here.
kidding?
Our area, or like the compound, is actually quite known.
Oh,
The
really?
brown guy.
Yeah.
It's well known that, okay, so there's like a really old mango tree in front of our house.
The good old trees.
mangoes.
Why the tree?
They love mangoes. I don't know.
It's either like
Mangoes or, like,
cañito,
bamboo tree.
Yeah.
So there's this really old mango tree. I think it's older than my dad.
Yeah.
And it's known by everyone that there's a white lady in that
Ooh.
tree. I've got. I'll tell you 3 stories.
You might as well
I can
tell
give
me.
you 4 stories.
We're here all day. Oh, shit.
Sorry. Okay, so first story is my personal experience, which is pretty mild. So I think I was in grade 6 or maybe early high school. I was doing my assignment because we have a sari store.
Yeah.
And then there's a table next to the store. So I was just doing my assignment. And I was
Yeah.
like looking down like this. I was facing the house.
Yeah.
So the tree is behind me. So I was like
Yeah.
doing like this. And then from my peripheral
Peripheral, yeah.
vision, I saw so it was just me and my mom
Yeah.
in that house because my dad was working abroad for most of my childhood. So it's just me and my mom. I saw from my peripheral vision, someone walked from inside the house, walked around me like this and went to that, because if you go that way, it's like you can go through there, there's the water.
The pump?
Yeah, and then you can go to the back
Yeah.
of our house. So I saw someone
Walk
there.
around, yeah.
Yeah. And I was waiting for her to come back.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the light turn on.
Yeah.
So it means...
So you just assumed it was your mum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who else?
Yeah.
It's just us.
Yeah.
Waiting. It's too long. I looked
Yeah.
at the Pozo area.
Yeah.
No one was there. It's totally
Ah.
dark. I was like, okay.
This is weird.
Oh my god. I went inside. I was like, Mom, did you want outside?
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, okay. I just went back and took all my stuff.
Just like in a rush.
I never stayed
Studied there
outside,
again. Yeah.
Around that time ever again.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah.
Not alone.
What time was it?
Probably around 6, 7.
Yeah.
Around dinner time.
Yeah.
It was
So it was dark. Now.
yeah. So that's one.
Yeah.
Pretty mild.
Pretty mild. That would have. That would have made me crap my pants.
And then, so my second story
Yeah.
is... So next to our house is the ancestral house of our family.
Yeah.
And so the family is living there. There was the friend who's knocking on their door at around 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
because they need to go somewhere. So it was knocking. And let's say the person that is calling to, let's say his name is Mark. I was like, Mark.
That's Mark. Out of all names, you picked Mark.
I don't know, it's the name of our main character in the script that we're writing. So it's like the first name that comes up. I was like, Mark, I'm going to look towards the tree.
Yeah.
apparently he saw something. It was like, Mark! He just kept knocking and knocking. Mark is still there.
What, you saw something?
Not me, I mean, it was a story of someone.
Oh,
It was like,
okay,
"Mark."
yeah.
But it was a tree in front of our house.
Yeah.
So there's definitely someone living there.
Yeah.
And then he just kept knocking until someone comes out
Yeah.
and saves him.
Saves him from this white lady.
The white lady wasn't doing anything though.
Just standing there like.
Yeah. Okay, third story, which is
Yeah.
my favorite story.
Yeah.
Out of all of the stories that I've heard,
Yeah.
is a story of my cousin.
Yeah.
We were high school back then, and like I said, we had a sari store. So, my cousin's family is from a different town, so they went to visit us, and so they bought something from our store, and then after that, they went to this. We have a bench under the tree that's made of Hawaiian as well. So they went there to open the things that they bought. And then my cousin looked up. Apparently.
So she's just sitting there, looks up. And
Okay, hang on. From my perspective, this is
Yeah.
what I saw because I was inside. So he went to sit there with his younger sister, and I saw him run towards the ancestral house because that's where his parents were. And then my uncle went back. We were in high school, okay,
Yeah.
remember? That's how old we
Yeah.
were. My uncle was like carrying him like a child, like
Yeah.
this. And it was crying.
Oh, really?
Crying like
Yeah.
a toddler, like, ah. And apparently, when he looked up, he saw the white lady sitting in one of the branch,
Yeah.
looking at him and doing this.
Like, come here.
Yeah.
Uy, punta ka dito. Oh! That gives me chills.
That's my favorite
Oh.
so far. I was
I
like,
can just
I'm gonna
imagine
tell your
it.
children that story.
Oh, I can just imagine it. Just
But
be
yeah,
like, Uy, punta ka dito.
yeah. That's what
Oh.
I saw. I know.
Look at him. He's scared. His face. You're going to give him nightmares. But since you're telling, like, since we're on this topic, so Dennis, me, my family, and some family friends, we went to this haunted, like, it's apparently the most haunted house in the southern hemisphere. It's called Monte Cristo Homestead. And, like, there's a ghost tour that you do at nighttime, but they forced us, like, me and Dennis don't really want to stay over, but, like, they forced us to, like, stay the night. And I was like, well, I'm not paying, so, like, might as well. And so we did, like, we stayed the night, and, like, before you actually sleep, they do, like, a ghost tour. They tour you around, like, all the rooms and tell you the stories of the people that used to live there. The owner now, he obviously, like, was he relatives of the...
So
The-
his family bought the property.
Okay.
So he grew up there. So he
Yeah.
grew up there. But this is in Australia, Junie.
Yeah.
Wagga.
New Wagga, yeah. But, like, bad things happen there, like murders and stuff like that. But the freaky part is... there's actually a movie about it. I can't remember what it's called. I'll probably just message you the title.
Yeah.
When we stayed the night there, like, my parent... specifically my dad, like, he's a skeptic. Like, he does not believe... He says he's open-minded, but he's not really. But, like... And so he didn't really, like, believe anything. So we stayed, like, we had to share a room with them because there was only, like, six, seven rooms. And we had to share it with the rest of, like, our family friends. And in our room, like, things happened. Like, it was the most creepiest thing. And so my parents, there's a bed here. My parents took, like, the queen bed, and then there was 2 single beds. So, like, one for me and Dennis. And then I looked at the one bed, and I looked at the other. And then me and Dennis looked at each other, and Dennis goes, I ain't sleeping in one bed by myself. This is what he said. So,
I thought it was you.
no, it was him. It wasn't me. Like, imagine, like, just a little bit bigger than this couch. Like, from here to here, like, there.
Yeah.
Us two slept on it. So we would just... Oh, shit. We, like, sandwiched ourselves together. So we were, like, sleeping, like little spoon, big spoon, just, like... And I was facing the wall because if you face the other way, there's like this mirror, and I didn't
Oh my
want to
God.
stare at the mirror.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate it when they put mirrors in bedrooms.
I know, but there's just like little mirror thing, and I just didn't want to look at it. So we faced the other way, and I bought my Switch to get my mind off things. So I didn't want to think like something's there all the time. Otherwise, I'll get paranoid. I was playing my Switch, and then the screen just started glitching. I was like, oh, what the hell? So like I turned it off and on. And then it started like going like, and, like it was weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, this is freaking me out too much. I turned it off, I put it away. And then I went on my phone. Same thing happened to my phone. So I was like, I ain't touching any technology. I'm just gonna like close my eyes and hopefully I sleep. So during that time, I was already like dozing off. And he was also dozing off. And then all of a sudden, he'll wake me up. Like, I had no idea. He'll like, stop waking me up, Kathleen. Like, I'm just finally falling asleep. Like, and you keep waking me up. Because he told me...
As an example, so I'm like spooning Kathleen like this with my left arm over her facing the wall. And then she keeps like nudging me off, like getting my arm off her.
Like, he said that I kept like jolting him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm already falling asleep. Like, you're waking me up. Well, I'm like, just let me sleep. I don't want to hear this like noises that I'm hearing. And then... he said that someone kept, like, nudging him. I'm like, I'm not nudging you. And then when I turned over, because the third time, I just cracked the shits because, like, he was annoying me. And I, like, turned around, I'm like, Dennis, I'm not nudging you. And then, like, I look... so, like, you're Dennis, right? I, like, looked past him because I saw this, like, woman standing over Dennis.
Oh my God.
Like, this, like... I assume is like the old owner of the house. Like, they called her Mrs. Crawley, but she was wearing this like black veil, and she was just like looking at Dennis like down.
Oh my
And
God.
I was just like, I did not tell Dennis because if I told Dennis, he would freak out, and
Yeah.
like I didn't want to have that thought in his mind, like, you know.
But
And
the thing
then-
is, I knew as soon as she looked at my
He
eyes,
saw my eyeballs.
Yeah.
I was like just
I saw
staring, and then
her
I'm like,
eyes, and then she looked past me. I was like, there's something behind me.
and then I just like turned back over. He goes, babe, I need to go to the toilet. And so like, okay, so like we go up, like we had to be quiet because my parents are also asleep. We had to go to the toilet. Like, I didn't wait for him to go out. I wasn't waiting for him outside. I waited inside the toilet. There was no way I was gonna stand there by myself. So like, I'm just waiting like for him to finish, and then we went back in, and then we laid down again. Everything was all good, and then we heard a laugh, like a kid's laugh, like a
That's
like a kid's
scary.
laugh, man. And the thing is, as much as my dad's a skeptic, right? He like sat up. You just saw him sit up, and me and Dennis are just like staring. Like, we're quiet because like when you hear a noise like that, your face gets hot. You know when you like get scared, your face starts getting hot, and you're just quiet. You just
Yeah.
kind of have to listen. My dad like stood up on his bed. He just kind of sat up. And he looked at where we heard the laughter, which is like by the door. So he kind of went like this, and nothing was there. And then he looked at both of us. He goes, "Will you two shut up?" And he thought it was us. Like, I'm like, it wasn't us. And like, so until this day, he thinks we were the kid laughing, but we weren't laughing because there's nothing to laugh about. There's nothing funny about it. But we all heard it. And that was creepy. Like, throughout the whole night, you'd hear, like, footsteps, like... And it was, like, you can tell when it's... Because we were staying, essentially, at the servants' quarters. So that's where all, like, the servants for that house were, like, living. And downstairs is, like, their kitchen. So you can tell when it's a female and a male. Because, like, the females go, like, a bit fast.
Yeah.
And then when there's the male, it sounded angry. Like, you just hear, like, a do, do, do. But it wasn't just like once or twice, it was throughout the whole night. Like,
It's like
And-
they're working
yeah.
still.
And then like even me and Dennis were talking about it, like next door we heard people talking, and we were like, oh, obviously they can't sleep too because all this stuff's happening. And it turns out they were like asleep. They weren't even talking. And I was like, well, who was talking? Like, what was happening? We heard all these things, and like everyone was asleep.
The conversations were very muffled, like it was very noisy, but it's like you don't understand what they were saying. And I could hear them like beneath us, beneath the floor because we were on the second floor, right? We could hear it beneath us. And then it was around about like 4 o'clock we started hearing those voices, and some were laughing, some were, it was like a lot of chatter.
Yeah, it was just like normal convo, but it's like muffled. It's like.
And when we shared the experience with the owner, because he didn't stay the night there,
Yeah, the owner left. He doesn't live there anymore.
and he was like, yeah, well, you guys were sleeping above the kitchen, and the servants would typically get up at 4 o'clock and start their work, so then they prepared breakfast.
Made
for
sense
the
why we
masters.
heard all those noises at that time.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when we first went in, Dennis was like, just remember this. He's like, barbecue. Because we walked into our room and he smelt like something cooking. But he didn't, at the time, he didn't know underneath was the kitchen. So he could actually smell, like you can smell cooking in that room. Just that room. And then we also found out that Mrs. Crawley, like the lady that I saw standing looking down at Dennis, he was looking at Dennis because he was in the same bed as me, and that room was the maternity room and there was no males allowed. So the fact that he was in the same room, in the same bed,
Yeah.
like she was like, get out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
get
why
out.
she was nudging you. Like, get
Yeah,
out of
she
here.
was pulling you out.
Yeah.
So it all made sense towards the end. Like, you either believe it or you don't. Like, unless you experience it yourself, like, you won't believe it. But, like, that was an intense experience. I got asked if I wanted to do it again, and I said, hell no. Never.
Yeah. I mean, it is a scary story, but when I think about it, it's so cool.
It is kind of cool,
You know,
right?
it's like you get to smell things,
Yeah.
you hear them,
Yeah.
and then you feel them.
Yeah.
It's such a cool thing.
She even caught a photo of it in the window.
I don't have it. I don't have it anymore. I took it off because it freaked me out too much.
I would do the same.
But, like, everyone, at the start of the tour, everyone takes a photo of the house, like, at the front of the house. And then the guy is telling a story. He's like, normally, Mrs. Crawley, the owner of the house, she stands in this window, and she's looking at all of you right now. And I was like, damn, she's looking at all of us. Like, he goes, and she will let you, if she doesn't like you, she will let you know. And so, like, when I took the photos, I was, like, just taking photos, you know, just, like, because it's, like, a ghost thing, so you just, like, try to capture evidence, right?
Yeah.
And then, the next day, I was looking through my photos, and I was, like, looked at that window, and there's, like, every single one of my photos had, like, this face, but it was, like, morphing into a more crisper face, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. The first one was kind of, like, bleh, and then the second one, just, you can see a little bit of the eyes and the mouth, and then the last one was like a full face. And if you saw a picture of Mrs. Crawley side by side, you can tell it's her. Like, I was like, this is insane. But for me, like, I watch like all these like ghost things, but I need proof, right? So I go to like our family friends. I'm like, hey, can I look at your photo of the house? Because this girl was standing next to me, so same angle, same everything. And I looked at the photo, nothing there. And I go to someone else. I'm like, can I look at your photo? And then nothing. I was like, okay, so I'm going to go into, like, the next day, during the day, I went into the house and went into that room trying to figure out, like, is there a reflection? Is there something, like a light? I was like, there's nothing near this window. Fuck. I like, showed the owner. He's like, yeah, that's probably Mrs. Crawley. I was like, I caught evidence. I was so proud. I was like, Dennis.
Yeah.
Real life phasmophobia.
Yeah, real life Phasmo.
There you go.
We just needed like the beep.
I just remember I might need to clear something up
Yeah.
before we end this topic.
Yeah.
When I said white lady, I didn't mean a Caucasian person. I meant
She wears a white gown and
Yeah,
she's
it's a
got long
ghost.
black hair.
Yeah.
It's just what they call her because she's a lady wearing
in
white. Yeah.
Just
Not,
yeah. Please don't.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, want to talk about I don't know something else,
Yeah.
not about
Not scared,
Yeah.
so you're getting scared. Change of topic.
yeah. Change of topic. Let's talk about karaoke
Okay.
because you
Oof.
love karaoke.
Yeah.
I guess when did you started singing karaoke? Is it like a family thing?
It is a family thing. When I was little, like 5 years old, my mum entered me in like a little beauty pageant. Like it was called Little Miss Kolyat. and it was like essentially like a beauty pageant for little girls, right?
Yeah.
And we had to get a talent. So it was singing, and I sang "Remember Me" by Renz Verano. I'm just like,
Can you do
like-
a sample?
oh no.
Sample.
Maybe when I have a few more drinks or something. But I think I've been singing since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I progressively got better when I got older because I knew like how to control my
Yeah.
voice. But normally it's just when you're in the Philippines, there's always like a videoke and it's always there. So like that was your form of entertainment. So it was naturally you had to sing karaoke while you're drinking with your family. I don't do it like for fun, if I make. I'm not just gonna sit in my home and be like I'm not just gonna sing. It has to be like an event.
Yeah.
I did meet Lexi though. We did Philo's Idol together.
Ah.
That's how I met her.
Yeah.
And we sang together. We kind of like formed a friendship then, I guess. I was a lot younger than her at the time, but as I got older, like I just thought she was really cool. Like she did my hair a few times.
Was it the same batch as Arjan?
Arjan, yeah.
The same batch.
Yeah, same wasn't it?
I was
I'll
there.
just-
I watched that final.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I sang the what did I sing? I looked different then. I had like full emo, like
Everyone
emo
was.
fringe. Yeah, Arjan, are you friends with him?
He used to go to church with my family.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was another girl that I knew was there. Her name
Lara?
was Nicole.
Nicole.
Yeah. Her dad was like an army guy. That's what.
I'm just trying to think. Same year?
Yeah, exact same year. Yeah.
I don't remember a Nicole.
But she did. I think she sang "Summer Rain." And she had like dancers.
I can't remember.
It's been a while.
It's
like,
been ages.
what,
But I do
2009?
remember Arjan because we used to laugh all the time. Yeah. Yeah, it was during Arjan and Alexi. If you watched it, you would have seen me then.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's when 2009, 8?
Yeah, it was ages ago. Yeah. But I entered the competition because my mum wanted me to. Like, I do a lot of things for my mum. Like, not because I wanted to actually sing it. I struggle. Like, he knows this. Like, even in the car, I would have to close my eyes and pretend he's not there so I can, like, sing it properly. Otherwise, I'll sound absolute crap and just, yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite karaoke song?
I don't know. I kind of just sing a bit of everything. Like, right now? Or, like, back then?
I guess right now. Like, what kind of song do you usually sing?
We don't really do karaoke that often.
Aw.
Do you have like a go-to starter?
Like, if we're in a karaoke bar right now, what would you sing?
I would sing Rolling in the Deep, maybe? Adele.
Yeah. What about you, Jerome?
I don't know.
It's hard to think, like, when you're like, what do I normally... Because there's no
Like,
book.
imagine you going through the book
Nah,
right now.
It's
probably
different
like
when you're going through it, though.
Like an OG, what's the Maroon 5 song? Like the really old ones.
This love.
Yeah, something like, yeah, very, not too hard.
Yeah.
Do you do quite a bit of karaoke too?
Oh yeah,
Obviously,
that's why I told her like we should talk about karaoke. And it's funny though because when you talk about going into like a Little Miss competition,
Yeah.
I did the same.
Oh, you
thing.
did?
And it was my mom too. Who made me do that. She made me do
Yeah.
it. I had to sing Luha by
Luha?
I had to memorize the lyrics. I had to
That's
do
high,
this.
man.
Yeah.
They actually, like, when they EGs came here, right? They had dinner at my mom's house.
What?
Yeah. When was that? A long time ago. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Got to meet them, and they were just like, "Ay
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're such an amazing.
such
Group of
little
singers.
people,
Yeah.
but their voices are like, "Wow."
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming
Yeah.
from. Yeah,
But do you just sit at home and just sing on your own, or do you have to have an event like me?
sometimes,
Sometimes.
someone would play in my head and I had to sing it.
Yeah.
But I really love singing.
Yeah.
Not like professional singing
Yeah.
or like competitive kind of singing, but I just love singing in general. My family's from both my... That's the food.
I was like, is that a ghost?
My family from both my dad's and mom's side, they can all sing.
Yeah.
So it'd be embarrassing if I can't sing.
Yeah.
It's like it's in the genes. Do you want to pause? Can we pause and get the food?
He's freaking out.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can get.
Oh, should I go get it? Same.
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, he'll do it.
We can keep filming.
Yeah.
And where was I? Okay, yeah. So
You normally just stay at home
Yeah.
singing.
we can all sing basically. We love karaoke, but I remember when I was younger, I'm still very shy about it because I'm still shy.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard singing in front of people.
Yeah, even if I'm singing in front of my family.
Yeah.
Like
You can't belt it out. Like when I'm alone in the shower,
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
bring it on.
Yeah. But I've sort of learned to be
more confident about it,
I
yeah.
was like, come on, Kashi,
Yeah.
you can do it. You
Yeah.
can sing. What's there to
Yeah.
be shy about?
Yeah.
Just sing. And because I just love singing, so I just have to do
You
it.
just do it.
Like there was a time when I had a sore throat and like I kind of lost my voice and I was still singing.
Yeah.
Like that's how
You
much
still
I
just
love
like push
singing.
yourself.
Yeah, like I don't care.
Yeah. You're just like,
yeah.
"Ayo."
And then I'm just lucky to find new friends who also love karaoke.
Yeah.
Like
We should go
just-
karaoke trip one
yeah,
time.
yeah. Maybe we should like with all of the guests.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Do like
Yeah.
a full trip to like the city.
Yeah. I just had my birthday in February and we had a karaoke birthday celebration. Hopefully we can do it again.
Like if there's a karaoke machine and I'm at a party, I will definitely sing. But I don't know, like singing in front of Dennis. I know I've been together for ages. I just can't. Like there's something about it. I'm just like I don't want to.
Do it in the car.
I do, but it's like not my full. Like you know how you have like
Yeah. It's
a
different.
family friendly like version of your singing. It
Yeah.
sounds good enough, but it's not like your
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
There's a difference.
It's like it's not coming from your
It's not your from your
diaphragm.
yeah your diaphragm. That's right.
So yeah. Do you love
What's your
karaoke?
favorite?
Oh.
What's your go-to?
I always sing something Paramore.
Yeah. So you can reach them notes. Damn, girl.
I once tried singing All I Wanted.
Yeah.
I was able to do it, but I was like, I'm never doing that
This
again.
again.
It was different. Maybe if I try to do it more, like with more practice,
Yeah.
maybe. Because I believe that, the more that you practice...
The practice, yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
I actually agree with that. Like there'll be a note that you can't reach, but you just keep trying and keep trying, and eventually you'll get there.
Yeah.
Looks like you have
You
something to
guys-
say.
Do you love karaoke?
No, but Kathleen's been teaching me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't
In
come
the car.
natural.
What's
Yeah.
there to teach about?
Well, he used to really sing like R&B stuff. I'm
I'm
like,
not even used to
no,
singing
but he
R&B,
used to
isn't it?
like. I've caught you a
Like
few
the
times.
style.
Trust me. Like he would try like doing the runs, but it's like it's not. I was like, I've heard you do it. You were singing Brian McKnight, bro. Like, but
Back at one.
yeah. So like when he sings like normal songs, like
Like he turned it into R&B?
yeah, like it'll just be like any sort of song, but like.
We figured out I can't sing.
Yeah, yeah. So like we just went down the path of like more rock songs.
Okay.
Because like I said, can you try? We were just picking a whole bunch of songs, and I said, can you try to sing this? And then he tried, and I was like, nope. And I tried to sing this song, like different genres, because I wanted to see where his voice suited the most. Like he can't sing, but I'm trying to like teach him tone.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like everyone, even if you don't have like an Adele voice or a Mariah Carey voice, you can still learn tone
Yeah.
and how to sing a song
That fits your
that
voice.
fits your voice. And so like I gave him different genres to try, and it turns out like more like the alternative, like rock, like punk rock type genre was more suited for his voice.
Yeah.
So I said, try this. And I was like, see, like, it works. Like, and he had like the huskiness and he's getting there. He was singing, I know this is not like punk rock or anything, but he gave like what song is by the Beatles?
Come Together?
Come Together, like, come together. Yeah, he sang that and I was pretty damn impressed. I was like, are you sure you're not a singer?
That's
Like,
not an easy song to sing.
it's not.
Yeah.
He can do it.
But then it's not, I sing it with a husky voice.
It's a difference. It's his style, but it works.
Yeah, well,
So he's because my mom's having a party, her 50th birthday on Saturday, and he's like, I can't wait to see that on karaoke. I'll be like, yeah,
you have like your go-to song now.
yeah, that's his
Smells
go-to.
Like Rabbits,
Yeah.
what is it? White Stripes.
Yeah,
Those are my go-to now. That's and Nirvana. That's more suited.
yeah,
Yeah. See, I think it's important that you figure out what type of song or genre would fit your
like
voice.
your style, right?
Yeah, like it's different from sometimes the kind of music that fits your voice is different from the kind of music that you enjoy.
yeah,
Like for me, I love singing paranormal songs,
Yeah.
but to be honest, my voice would fit something more like soft,
yeah.
maybe. I mean,
Like Billie
Paramore
Eilish,
have-
like what's soft?
yeah, like those kind of
Yeah.
soft, I guess. Her.
Yeah,
Like really soft,
Yeah.
slower,
Yeah.
not rockish.
yeah.
I can growl.
Yeah.
I can't do
You can't
that.
like whoa.
Yeah, I just happen to know how to reach the notes.
Yeah,
But when it comes to like the
your range, yeah,
I'm not really like a Paramore like rock band
Yeah.
kind of vocalist.
yeah. That makes sense. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like my voice would be like, what would be my voice be like? Like a better
Avril.
version of Avril,
Avril.
if that makes sense. Just a little bit better.
What do you mean a bit better? You mean like more...
Like in terms of range, like cause like I can go a little bit higher than her in some of the songs, but wait, old Avril. I have to say old Avril because she was a lot lower, so I can reach a lot higher. But now she's like really high, and I can't reach that.
Oh, it's husky. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Avril's not husky.
It's, my
She
bad.
ain't husky at all.
Old Avril? No.
Nah.
My bad.
Nope.
Cut.
But yeah, so basically both like karaoke,
Yeah.
both like anime.
Anime,
Gaming. I saw you have a Chainsaw Man
Oh yeah.
thing on your Instagram.
Chainsaw Man's sick.
Yeah.
That's another story though.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
I'll come back next time.
Yeah, next episode. So yeah, well, I don't know what to say. Well, basically, I'm just really glad that you
Yeah.
came here because
Me
when
too.
when I went to your Instagram, I was like, I got really excited
Yeah.
to get to talk to you because
Yeah.
like I just growing up, I don't always get to like talk to people who enjoy
the same things as you, yeah.
and often, people would make fun of you for liking anime or trying to
Yeah.
sing Japanese songs and K-pop.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, so now, like, as an adult, finally I get to meet people who enjoy
Love the same stuff
Yeah,
as
it's
you.
just
It's great.
amazing.
Yeah.
It feels so nice.
We're essentially new friends.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for coming here today.
Yeah,
I hope
anytime.
you enjoy our Kwentuhang.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
I told you at the start, I was really nervous. I was telling him, I'm like, I'm nervous as hell, Dennis. Like, I've never done this. Like, what if I just, like, become awkward? Like, I tend to,
Yeah.
like, if I'm not comfortable and I'm in that situation, I get really awkward. And I wasn't. It was great.
Yeah.
I felt normal, felt like myself.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. Thanks for inviting me.
Cool. Well, just one more question. This is something that I always ask my guests towards the end is do you have any tips or message or advice that you could give to your fellow creatives who are still figuring out what they really wanted to do in their life?
I know it's easier said than done, but if you see a bad comment or people like trying to like dull your light, ignore it. I used to like fight back a lot, like to these people, I type back and like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I would say try your best to ignore it and continue doing what you do, because towards the end, if there's haters, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So, you're doing something right. You got a hate comment, You're doing well. You're on the right path.
Yeah.
If someone's like going out of their way to hate you, that means like they're irritated by your like success. So I would say keep going. Don't do what I did and stop. I regret it. To the point that I actually want to continue it again. But just do your best to just ignore those messages. Even just delete it straight away. Like, don't even respond to it. Just delete it and just cut it out. That's what I reckon. That's like the best advice I can give.
I think that would be really good, which I've given you yourself, is like stop comparing yourself to others.
And that
to be
as well.
better. Like, get inspiration, but compare yourself to them so that you can get better. You can be better yourself. Get inspired by them instead of competing with them.
Yeah. Well, there you go. 2 advice in 1 episode.
Yeah. How lucky.
Yeah. Thank you for those. I would definitely keep that in mind, because I feel like as a creative,
it's hard.
You have to keep that in your mind.
Yeah.
Like always. But yeah, thank you again for
all
coming
good
here, and
so happy to be here.
Episode.
Bye.